Okay, you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me. I'm outside. Where are you guys? Now, I know it's been a while since you've seen my face, and this is my real face, so here we are. Looks a bit different, right? But anywho, in this video, we're gonna talk about Ye because Ye did a show at the SoFi Stadium, honey, and the show was like none other. It was jam-packed. The feedback has been tremendous, and every clip that I've seen, it's just positivity. It's just people having a blast, people showing Ye love and all of that jazz, and I love to see that. Now, it is one of the top ranking shows so far this year. Every critic that reacted to it said that his performance gave Donda show, as you guys remember, the Donda listening party. So many critics have been giving it a lot of positive feedbacks. The stage, however, is one of the main buzz around the show. Everyone was just blown away by the setup of the stage. He was on top of the world. And we know that was, created, designed. The concept was between Ye and Bianca. Bianca brought it to life, and she did a remarkable job. Everyone has been saying that Bianca has really stepped up a new level of ranking because we know that she's an architect, and I've been telling people from the get-go that oftentimes when you see architects carry themselves in a particular way, you can tell if they major in architectural studies, minored in art. And I said you could see that Bianca minored in art. Many people were telling me architect and artist is not the same thing because I have an accent. Many people automatically denote my accent for lacking information or lacking education because I'm a Caribbean girl. I have a Caribbean accent. So many people tend to think that Caribbean people live in a tree. Yeah, people do believe that. Or they may say, you live in a mud hut, irrespective of the fact that mud houses are being taken over, by the wealthy people, the rich and famous, because it is just so much cooler. But back to what I was saying. Initially, when I said that, Bianca is also an artist. Many people were pushing back and they were like, no, but they have grown to the realization that I was in fact correct. She is an artist. So I'm just saying, this design, it definitely knocked it out the park with Bianca. It is one of the biggest creative influence that is being discussed on the internet. Now, the design, it is said that it is inspired by his favorite enemy of all time, Akira. Now, when you look at the stage, I don't know how the heck they did it, but they did it. He's on top of the world, and the world is emanating light. It had the neon light. It had the ocean. The ocean was lighting up. And above him, it was giving beam me up Scotty, because above him, you could see what appears to be a spaceship. Like he's saying, I'm out of this world. I know that word might have missed a few people because, yeah. And I was like, listen, I was at the concert, not in physical presence, but I was on the live last night, and the comments, the remarks, people were asking for more. People were like, I'm going there now. Can I get him? Can I get a ticket? And at one point it is said that they had to be turning away people because the SoFi Stadium was at its maximum capacity. And you guys know that if they can overbook to a certain number, but if they pass that number and if there's any emergency, then the venue host and a bunch of people can be held accountable for it. Just like what happened at the Travis Scott Astra World, right? But as I was saying about the stage, last night when we were on that live and so many people saw it, they were like, this is demonic. And I'm like, I would say the same too, because how? Like, how did they come up with this concept? Like, how did they manage to put this all together? And I'm like, I have so much questions, and this man is on top of the world. Like, how did he get up there? How is he moving around? You see it, you know, it's nothing unreal, but it looked so unreal. And then the spirit spacecraft above with the light, like he's like, I'm not normal. I'm so out of this world. Beam me up, Scotty. You can see the spaceship above, and people were just like, OMG, that stage is just like none other. It is pretty unique and pretty much out of this world. No, the fans, they're happy that Ye was able to make the vision a reality. So Playboy Cardi, I caught him on stage as well. I don't know what was going on when Playboy Cardi came on. I don't know if it was the streaming that was being done, but there was a little bit of issue with the audio. I was checking around to see if anyone was saying anything about it. I just saw like a very, very few comments at the beginning who spoke about Playboy Cardi, you know, the sound at first, but everything proceeded to be better than okay. Now, I mean, people were in their wet merch. You know, you guys know that Ye did a series of wet merch. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. And you know that it took a while for a few people to got their merches delivered to them, but they were there. You know, just to talk about the show in itself, the show in general. So it is Ye's first listening party in LA since 2021. It was theatrical. It was really like a theatrical event, right? It drew a massive crowd, and I mean, the numbers, we don't know for sure what the numbers are at this point, because the numbers, every minute, the numbers keep changing of how many people were actually at the venue. So I'm waiting for some updates on that to see if we can get some actual numbers on that. Now, Ye's last concert at the SoFi Stadium was his free Larry Hoover concert. It was a mega hit, and they're saying that this one, like, they never thought it would have been possible for Ye to outdid himself, but this time around he literally actually outdid himself. Now, he performed one of his most recent songs, Father, which is a collaboration between him and Travis Scott, and he did what we call staples, such as Father Stretch My Hands. He did Can't Tell Me Nothing, Ninja, Nia's in Paris, and Mercy. You know, everyone loves Mercy, so you can just imagine the pandemonium, and the pandemonium that was there when he started performing You Can't Tell Me Nothing. We also saw Little Miss Northie on stage as well. North was just doing her thing. She was emo mood. Yeah, emo mode. That is what North was given. Cool, calm, collected. She has her own vibe and her own style. I saw, like, while I was on live, where people was wishing that she would do more. A person, you know, if you're gonna be an artist, a true artist, the only thing that you can really do to be authentic is to be authentically you. And I love the fact that North was being authentically her, and her dad was just there taking it all in. And it was a very monumental moment for the fan base to see Ye and North on stage performing together. Even though it's not the first time, this time around, it gave a little bit of difference. It was something different, like it was a so surreal moment. It was as though something has come to its completion. And I believe for the fans, it was seeing Ye doing what he loves the most with, you know, one of the person that he loves the most, which is his little girl. But the show was definitely like none other. And I'm happy to see the fans consistently saying Ye is back. And I honestly believe that Ye is back. That show last night, it was major. It was epic. It was out of this world. But let me know what you guys think. We're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.